Oh man, I know it's good to see. Well, I know everybody's not in here. I know everything's been a little shaky, especially since I'm in a new place, new environment, and uh, yeah. So as you can see, we are missing one, missing Christian here. But like I said, I know we're missing some viewers in here right now. I know kind of been shaky a little bit, but it looks like now we're going to be going every Monday. So we're going to start going every Monday, try to sneak one in, probably try to sneak a second one in maybe on a Wednesday or Thursday. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's good to be back. Good to be back on the podcast. I mean, hey, I've never been to Kansas before, and I'll tell you something, it's something totally different. But at the end of the day, football is football, like I told y'all from the beginning. But like I said, I know most people going to see the replay. We ain't got a lot of people in here right now on the live, but overall, like I said, I'm sorry for the wait. We just getting settled in Kansas. Um, Shoot, man, everything's been going good so far. We got our game week against Orlando on Saturday. It is live streaming on Evergreen now. I don't know if y'all heard of that app. I haven't heard of it until 2 days ago, but that's where most to all of our games will be getting played on. So if you want to catch, if you want to see some domination, man, go ahead and download that app and come watch your boys play. But other than that, I appreciate everyone who stayed locked in with us throughout this, little, I guess I'll say a little break. But we didn't lose any subscribers. If anything, we gained one. We're at 715 subscribers now. So, yeah, definitely appreciate everybody who stayed locked in with us and, you know, stayed waiting. But like I said, we're going to update it. Well, I'm going to update it so everybody knows that we'll be going every Monday now. Every Monday, and we'll try to throw in a second day along the week sometimes, but sometimes we won't, sometimes we will. So it just depends. But we are planning on having a special guest next episode, one of these next episodes, and yeah, that'll be it really. Social media update. I mean, everything still looks the same. Like I said, we appreciate everybody who stayed locked in with us. I mean, we didn't lose any subscribers. If anything, we gained followers and everything. So yeah. So other than that, but we got to hit you with a quote. I wish Christian was here to see this one. This is a good one. But you're braver than you believe, and you're stronger than you may seem, and you're smarter than you think. To me, that just says, never doubt yourself. That's something that people probably been telling you since you were little. So I mean, don't put those limitations on yourself. I think I even said that before. Just the day you start putting limitations on yourself that's the day, man. I guess you're not living up to that standard. I mean, the only thing about life is just getting better every day. I mean, if you ain't getting better every day, you're basically wasting life, in my opinion. But other than that, I mean, last but not least, what I would say is you'd be surprised at what adversity will bring out of you. So that's really what I get out of that quote, man. I'm telling you, when you get in a situation where I'll put it like this, maybe if you get in an unexpected situation, you would see or at least get a glance at your full potential. Like I always say, you never see how fast somebody really is until a dog chasing them or something. You never see how strong you are until you ain't got no spotter. You never see how long you can run until you push those limits. So that's just what it is. So let's see. Other than that, yeah, FSU news. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with the combine, but me personally, I think everybody been doing their thing. I mean, I think everybody at least stayed where they were at or boosted their draft stock. But if anything, I don't know if y'all seen it, but Fitz ended his session hitting a 60-yard field goal. I don't know if y'all knew this, but he been doing this since high school. So, like everybody been saying on Twitter, just being able to see him do that, at that level, doing it at the combine, where a lot of people dream of doing special things, and he did something that was regular to him, but man, it was not a lot of kickers can do that, and that was a special stage, and I'm glad that all 32 teams got to see that. So, yeah, Fitz did his thing. A lot of people, I think Joshua was the one who went through most of the testing, but Josh didn't look bad, man. He ran a five. What he said? He ran a 5.140. All effort. I'm telling you, you heard everything. But I even said if Josh relaxed, if he took a deep breath before that 40, he would have gave you a 4.9. He just looked tense. If he would have relaxed, he would have gave you a good 4.9. But if anything, 40 time and game speed are two different things, and we all know that. But shout out to OG Rhinos, man. I knew you been locked in with us, OG Rhinos. So I didn't question this. I'm not surprised by this. What's going on, OG Rhinos? See, I'm in a new environment, man. I'm in Kansas, man. A little dark in here. I don't know if the lighting's right, but yeah. But now AZ, I think he stamped himself as a first round pick. I mean, he was already considered late first round, but shoot, he was looking smooth in his drills. I mean, I didn't see no flaws. That's what I'm saying. The main thing for him and J5 is pro day. All the things that they didn't do in the combine, that they're gonna have to show out in pro day. And then I can assume that they're doing great in their interviews and stuff because I haven't seen any bad things about them. Like I seen one thing came out where there was this the DN from Tennessee had the worst character grade in this draft class. So that was, I haven't heard nothing like that on none of our guys. So I can assume that all their interviews are good. Fitz said he met with all 32 teams. So, that's a good sign. I'm pretty sure all these guys met with all 32 teams. If I had to guess, I would assume everybody did. But well, with AZ Senior Bowl performance, I definitely assume that we're going to hear AZ's name in the first round. And J5, his numbers, he had a 29-inch vert, 9.4 broad jump, bench 225 26 times. Showed his power and quickness pretty good, especially through those drills. I like how he did his bag drills. Waves drill looked good, looked smooth. But like I said, he looked a little tense. But I'm just telling you, if he just relax a little bit, and I'm pretty sure he's going to do those drills again on pro day. But if not, then, what he did at the combine is, to me, it was still impressive to me. But like I said, a good pro day will definitely make him a late first round pick, in my opinion. But it depends what he wants to do there. But Fitz, they kicked 15 field goals throughout his session. He made 14 of them. Like I said, he made that one from 60 yards, and he also hit 2 from 50 and 2 from 55. In my opinion, man, Fitz, we're going to hear Fitz's name get picked. We're definitely going to hear his name get picked for sure. And I didn't get much on Mastro. I just know that he was holding for Fitz most of the day, or probably the whole time. But other than that, man, like I said, I think everybody either progressed or just stayed where they were at. But that this is all positive, all positive. But Rhinos, you ain't lying, man. People hated J Trap, people hated Fitz, man. But that's what I try to tell people, man. You can always, the fans, you can't get too much into it. That's why I got Cam Davis, and I got him quick because I seen he started to go off on FSU Twitter. Look, they're going to hate you, they're going to love you. At the end of the day, man, you're just going to have to do, the standard. By this time, you should know what's expected and what's not expected. So even I already knew. I knew early when I was a freshman, man. When we not playing right, they'll tell you. You would know, but them fans will tell you whether you see them in person, whether it's going to be on social media, or just anything, and they'll let you know, like, man, that game wasn't it, or if it was you or the position group or anything. I mean, that's just what it is. I remember freshman year when Francois had a bad game. He'll go everywhere with his head hood, pulled on. You didn't know who it was until he took his glasses off. So that's just what it is. That's just what comes with it. It's just what what you do with it. You can never get too high. You can never get too low. But you ain't lying though, Roger. Those are some prime examples. But we got a freshman receiver, BJ Gibson. They say he's been doing pretty good for the 11-0 baseball team so far. Some fans believe he has an important decision to make, and it ain't a bad decision. I'm all about being a dual sport athlete. But if people are questioning that you should choose baseball, and we all know that baseball money is good money. But I don't know much about baseball. But I play MLB, the show, the video game a little bit. And the path to the MLB is harder than what you think it is. But, I mean, they know more about baseball than me. Me personally, I'll just say, hey, get right with football. Because they say his stats were he had 2 catches for 14 yards for the season. I mean, like, freshmen really don't really do much. But, I mean, hey, man, if they say you should be playing baseball, man, I don't know, man. Or he can do it the whole way. He can do sport it the whole way. I mean, I don't know how taxing baseball is on your body, but I mean, he might can pull it off. I mean, you had Jameis Winston pull it off. Charlie Ward pull it off. I mean, those are some big names, but he had to you got to get that. We got a freshman DB, 6'2", Shamar. I don't even know how to Arnox. But he said they say he's turning heads right ahead of spring practice. Because I think spring practice should be coming up soon. Because they should be towards the end of tour duty. Everybody should know the standard by now. That's what I say. When soon as winter workouts over, everybody should have understanding of what's expected and what's not expected. So, but other than that, man, out of all these position groups, I think the DB group is probably our best position group on this team. And that's coming from a D lineman. I mean, with Coach Surtain leading the group, I mean, you got a lot of older guys coming back. Then you got young guys out here, coming out here doing their thing, turning heads. We all know what that leads to, especially if you know anything about this game. When you got a young guy coming in here turning heads, that's like in the NFL. Nobody expects the young guy to be, so far ahead. So that's like I said right here, man. It's another great sign for that group. I'm not a fan of this, a lot of name dropping. I'm pretty sure there's been so many articles. I'm pretty sure y'all know who this is, but we had a slip up, man. One of our guys got arrested and charged with a DUI. The reason I put this here, like I said, I'm not about putting guys on blast. That's why I didn't put his name in here, but really just want the younger athletes to learn from things like this. Because I don't know how many times me and Christian been saying this. I think we said this 4 or 5 episodes now. There's always somebody watching. There's always somebody watching you. And then your mistakes are put on blast just as big as your accomplishments. I even said this on Twitter. This guy is probably one of the best guys that I've seen as a young guy. Like I met him probably around his second or third week coming into Florida State. And, I was at Florida State for 5 years, so I done seen, 5 groups of freshmen come in. And I know when guys ain't ready, and I know when guys are not taking it serious. So I mean, just by me conversating with him, I conversated with at least 4 or 5 times now. But I mean, he seems like one of the good guys, man. He got his head on, head on right. He was talking. I mean, he has a plan, and I was just as surprised as everybody else when they seen that. But like I said, man, the young athletes just learn from this. Know that, man. Your mistakes are just, you're not a regular person. A regular person can have a mistake, and it won't really affect them as much. But when you take that, when you decide to make your life about football or just being an entertainer in general, your mistakes are just as big as your accomplishments. FSU won the national championship. They still gonna remember this. Still gonna remember that. They can look up the championship, but as soon as they look up your name, it's gonna pop up with it too. Unless you got big money and you can make it go away. Now that's different. But like I said, man, it's gonna stick with you. But like I said, I just hope everybody, especially younger people, and then I'm learning from it myself. I learn from everybody. You just be smart, man. Just be smart. And if you ain't gonna be smart, man, just hang around the people that's on the same mission as you. That's the easiest way to act right. When you got people around you that's on the same mission as you, they trying to get to the NFL, or they trying to, take care of their families, or everybody on the same mission. You can't be a guy who wants to go to the NFL and then your homeboy wants to be the next big meat. It just don't add up. There's something's gonna. It just ain't gonna. That's not compatible at all. I tell you that. So, just that's what I'll end with right there. But they said the quarterback position, the running back position, the defensive position are considered red flag positions for us this year. Thoughts? Like I said, we ain't got much people in the chat right now. I know probably the episodes from now on probably have some more now that we got a consistent schedule going on. But to me, quarterback, like I said, in my opinion, I never thought we should have went to the transfer portal and got a quarterback. We should have stayed with what we had. But with Luke hitting the portal, we don't know what Trevor is right now. I guess it was a good idea to hit the portal and get one. But I wouldn't say it's a red flag position. I'll just say it's more iffy. Because it's so many bad things that we heard and seen about Castellanos. So, but there's also good things too. So, what I mean? So, I mean, it's really what we're going to see in spring practice. So, other than that, I like Brock. I told you I was just with Brock, man. I like where his mind is. He's still locked in. I told you I already knew what type of player he was as soon as I knew he didn't hit the portal. I knew he was the guy since last year. It was the fact that we went out here and kept getting the transfer portal quarterbacks, probably messing up his confidence. And hey, I understand, but I don't think that's a red flag position for us. Running back, I definitely don't think that's a red flag position for us. Shoot. The freshman guy coming in, Chroma. You got Cam. You got Keziah. Man, Samuel Singleton. That's 4 running backs right there. Definitely not a red flag position. Defensive end, I think since we're running this 3 front, the defensive tackle position can make up for that. Because I done played in a 3 front. It don't matter who your defense is. We had D tackles as our DNs. It don't matter who your DNs are. It just depends on who your linebackers are, and if that nose tackle can make some chaos happen. But Rhino said linebacker and kicker and punter. I have to agree with you, OG. I can't even lie to you. I can't even lie to you. Because, yes, Omar. We got Omar Graham. He hit the portal. He came back, though. So I know he's on a mission. I mean, you got the transfer from, was it Memphis? I like him. The transfer from North Carolina, I'm not too sold on him. You know, he's a one hit wonder right now. I heard he didn't get most of his play time until that bowl game. So right now I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying, I'm just saying he's one hit wonder right now. We got to see what spring do. But I mean, it looks promising. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a red flag, but it's definitely a position to keep an eye on for sure. But kicker and punter, man, it's going to be hard to replace Fitz and Mastro, but um, Pat, I think his name is, but I call him Mac. But I mean, he was there. He was there my last year, so he was there these past 2 years with Fitz and Mastro. So I know punter should be good, but kicker, that's definitely going to be a red flag. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I agree with you on that one. But like I said, I was there for a little bit before I left for Kansas. So I was there for a couple months, but just being around the facility, being around the team, being around the guys, you can tell that this is a team who's starting to really understand the standard. But that's just based off of me talking and being around them. I still say spring practice will prove it. But as of right now, just being around the guys and seeing where their head is at, and what type of stuff they're talking about, just their mindset. You know what I mean? It's starting to seem like this is Coach Norvell's team. Everybody's understanding the standard and what comes with putting on that garnet and gold. So I mean, it looks promising, but like I said, at the end of this, spring practice will prove it for sure. Let me see. Is there something like the combine for high school recruits? There should be, but I don't think people would take it serious because I'm finna get into it now in the barbershop talk that I don't think the combine will be as big as it used to be because now people are starting to feel more comfortable at their own college anyway. Especially you can see it with the quarterbacks. Most people rather do pro day. They rather do it where, like Florida State, they rather do it at dope, where they've been doing that for years. They rather do it at their own, with their own people, their own receivers, their own coaches, things like that. So, and I can understand it. I can't hate on it. People go to the combine and the lights get too bright for them. And I was going to say that about Will Howard. They say he had one of the worst quarterback performances in combine history. But that's going to prove to show you that that's how crazy social media is. Because I wouldn't be surprised if the combine just starts losing its juice. Because people really just going to start putting their focuses on their pro day. And that, I mean, it's not a bad thing either. I mean, hey, we love our pro days. But, yeah. But for high school, you can say the opening, really, but I don't think I haven't been looking at high school recruiting as much, so I don't even think is the opening still as big as it was. But if it's not the opening, yeah, I don't think there is any, unless you want to do the All American games, but they don't be doing testing and stuff. But I don't know if y'all heard, but they said the Jets was rushing Jordan Travis' rehab process with his ankle, which caused him to miss his entire rookie season. Now, I don't blame them because they were probably excited to see, what he could bring to the Jets. I one side of me would do that. I'll be like, hey man, I need to. Hey, I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see what you did at Florida State. But then again, the other side of me would be like, hey man, we got to take it slow. He's not ready. But that's why I said I can understand him. But then again, I mean, you gotta take the smart way. You gotta take the smart route. So I'm not surprised to hear it. Especially when I didn't see him at any point during the season, especially when the Jets were doing pretty bad. But I mean, it's not bad for him. I mean, at least he's still. His agent said he'll be ready for this season, so I guess it wasn't that bad. But shoot, man, he learned from one of the greats for a whole year. I mean, of course, it was one of his down years. He's not like Aaron. This ain't the same Aaron Rodgers that we're used to, but I'm pretty sure that he dropped enough knowledge on J Trav to where he can run with it and make it shake. So, but yeah, I mean, hey, but now if it messes with him for the rest of his NFL career, man, all right, I'll turn around and I won't forget about it. Put it like that. I know J Trav ain't gonna forget about it. But there's a school record at Florida State, man. We got 30 football players on the All ACC All Academic team. Now, to me, this is a big deal. We know a lot of people really don't care about the academics, but this is a big deal. Because one thing I learned when I played, well, actually when Norvell first got here, he always said everything correlates. Everything what you do, it all correlates. So however you treat this is how that's just how you're gonna be. So he always said, look, if nobody doing good in class, I know we're not gonna be doing good at practice or in the game because we can't even trust you to do good in class. So them times where we had them big numbers making the all ACC academic team, man, we was playing some of our best ball. So I mean, we out here setting a school record of 30 members, man. So I mean, that's a great sign for me. I tell you that. But another great sign is Jalen Lucas looks like he hasn't lost his step or lost his mindset after tearing his meniscus last year, which caused him to miss the season. Now I'm gonna be real, because like I said, I'm always gonna be real on the show. I wasn't a fan of Jalen Lucas when he first committed, but when I got a chance to meet him, I understood, man. I always said, man, I can understand somebody off like I can understand who you are based off. Give me a couple minutes. I can see what you want, basically. I already know what type of person you are. So, I got a chance to meet with him and talk with him. And, man, he's just hungry, man. He reminds me of, he got that edge like Zion did. I don't know if y'all know who Zion is. That's Asante Samuel, but he give me that edge like Zion had. Zion already knew, he was against the odds and he had to work a little harder. And Jalen, he has that same type of mindset. So, and then I seen a video of him, man. He still got the quick twitch, still moving smooth, still moving good. So, like I said, I mean, then I talked to him before I left to go to Kansas. We was just in the elevator. Shoot, man, he's just ready, man. That's a focused guy. So that's one of the guys I do expect a lot of, especially not even gonna say the season this spring for sure. So yeah, man, I like him. I like him. But in my opinion, this is my opinion. People can say whatever they want about Florida State in this season. Hold on. Before I say this, hold on. Oh, Jason Ward. Shout out to, I don't see Christian. I hope you see it. Jason got our, I think it's the first time you commented. Shout out to you, Jason, man. I hope this ain't the last time. But what's going on with you? Hope everything's good with you. Oh, OG Rhino said Jalen Lucas looked like most dynamic playmaker in limited play time. He did though. He really did. And the reason I hesitated with that was because a lot of people were saying that before, and I didn't believe it. I couldn't see it. I mean, but man, you put him in space, and it's dangerous. And it's dangerous. So, and everybody knows, especially if you played on the defensive side of the ball, trying to tackle somebody that's short is kind of challenging, because their hips ain't at the normal level. You got to go a little low, or you might get a horse collar. So, like I said, man, him in space, man. Then you got to tackle him. You can't tackle him wrong because you might get a face mask or horse collar. So, yeah. But I agree with you, OG Ronald, man. But like I said, in my opinion, man, our biggest weapon on this team is we have a 6'6" with cleats on. He probably 6'7", 335 pounds, probably with pads on. He about 340. Defensive tackle is considered one of the top pass rushers and run stoppers in the country. I rest my case. I don't think, first of all, this is just defensively talking. I don't think there should be any team that scores, and I'm a bookmark it, and I'm going to remember this was episode 41. I don't think there's any offense this season that should score over 14 or 17 points on this defense. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You telling me if you got Daryl playing at his full potential this year, you got the defense end transfers that look promising. Everybody says we're going to see in spring. Let them get the plan. I like the Memphis kid. Let Omar come into the play with his mind right. That's it. DBs, we already spoke about them. I personally think, man, we should have one of the best. This should be a record-setting defense, in my opinion. I know that's saying a lot, but I do remember this is going to be episode 41. I'm going to update Christian when I see him. This should be a record-setting defense. And I think our offense should be good enough to where they can put enough points up to win the game. Because it got to a point where we used to tell the offense, hey, just put up 14 or 21 points and we'll win the game. We can hold them under that. J-Ty, you don't even need to put up that many points. Because the offense ain't finna score that much. So that's how I expect this season to go. Now, the ceiling is if our offense is putting up 40, 50 points, becoming one of the highest scoring offense. I don't expect that to happen. But if it does, that's icing on the cake. But I do expect it to be fairly not easy, but it shouldn't be that hard to get at least 14, 21, maybe 30 points. And the defense can handle the rest, especially when you got a guy like this in the middle, especially who could have left for the draft and probably possibly could have got drafted. Decide to stay one more year and finish it out. I don't think it can get better than that. But we're gonna move on. Oh, before we move on, I heard FSU and Clemson were trying to get this lawsuit situated. They said it looked like a team was trying to go ahead and pay that money and get out the ACC. I mean, y'all don't have the answer now, but I don't think it was us. But do you think we put up that money to leave the ACC? I wouldn't be mad. Like I said, I don't think the ACC is big enough for Florida State. I personally don't think that. Clemson, Clemson, Clemson can have the ACC. We we can go take over the ACC. We can go take over the Big Ten. Man, we we too big for the ACC. And that's not even being cocky, man. This is Florida State. You know, ACC. Clemson, Duke. They can have it. You know, Florida State, baby. We need to go take over the next mountain. Marlon said, I don't know about that cool 17 points per game is better than 2023. That's what I'm saying. But this is now, I'm not saying this is the same defense. I'm not saying you're gonna get a verse and fist. The type of defense that we're running, we're not running the forefront now, we're running the three front. And especially we're mixing it up. So yeah, I definitely think that's why I said that they can really have a record setting season if they really wanted to. With this type of defense and the type of players that we're getting to play this defense, I know spring is gonna have my final say so, but man, as of right now, man, I don't see how a team can consistently put up over 17 points on us consistently. I personally don't see that. It would surprise me if every game we're seeing it's 24 to 41. 31 to 31 to 35. Right? Almost every game is down to the offense. No, 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 no. I don't see that happening. I see it to where offense probably get one score, field goal. Luckily, anything after that, maybe another field goal or another touchdown. But I mean, being real, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Yanni, it's always good, man. I smile, man. I smile when I see OG Ross. All y'all coming here, man. Good to see you, Rhinos. It's been a while, man. Well, it ain't been a while, but shoot. They're gonna have to play ball control on offense. Yeah. But I trust, look, Norvell got his guy, Like I said, man. Norvell was first learning the ropes from Gus Malzahn, and we all know what Gus Malzahn is capable of, and a lot of people vouching for him, even his guys at the combine. Everybody was vouching for him. So I believe they can put up at least 21 points every game. There shouldn't be any point in the season where we're struggling to score points. We should have at least 21 points each game. That's it. This is horrible, Yanni. Like, literally, man. 8 touchdowns is crazy. And I never thought I would be saying that. I personally was embarrassed for the 2018 season. I still am. Let's not get that wrong. I'm still embarrassed for the 2018 season. We broke every record the wrong way. But 8 touchdowns last season, I don't think it can get worse than last season. Like, I think last season is literally a season to forget. Like, we literally got to act like that never happened. And I really will. People ask me now when I got to Kansas, hey, man, what happened to Florida State? I don't know. Hey, I forgot. I'm on to 2025. I'm on to this season. I'll tell you how we looking now, though. I forgot. I'm disgusted. I don't even know who that was out there. They said if we go another season struggling to put up touchdowns again in the ACC, then we should take a year off playing football, put the money in baseball or something. Yanni, I'm going to be real with you. I highly, 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 highly doubt this will happen. But if it does, I fear for the decisions that will be made. I fear for it. Players, coaches, staff, man, everybody. That's just being totally honest, man. I done seen how they did Taggart. We can't afford another. No. I done seen them start a GoFundMe over Coach Taggart. So I can only imagine the links they will go for Norvell. But like I said, this is a situation that I highly doubt. Because like I said, this ain't Miami. This ain't Florida. This ain't Oklahoma. This ain't Alabama. This is Florida State. And you got to know what comes with it when you come here. I mean, coach can help you all he wants, but at the end of the day, man, the players got to know, man. When they look at tape last year, first of all, nobody should be taking positive notes from last year. There was nothing positive about last year at all. Nothing. There's nothing positive that you can get from any tape last season. Unless you're a DB looking at AZ's tape or a D tackle looking at J5's tape. But other than that, throw it away. Fire. Put it in the fire. That's nowhere near the standard. No. So, yeah, Jason Ward said we need linebacker play. Well, with a defense like this, we need D tackle play. But I'm telling you, Jason, I'm willing to put all my coins in and say this right here. If Omar doesn't step up and be the main linebacker, the main guy that we need, I'm willing to bet you is going to be that guy from Memphis. I'm willing to bet you. And like I said, man, we can go back to episode 41 where I'm saying all this bold stuff because I'm dead serious. I think it's going to be that linebacker from Memphis. But Jason, I think we're going to have good linebacker play this year. We had a season last year, did we? Yeah. What's going on, Dale? What's going on with you? Hope you're doing good. Everybody doing good. Might become a FAMU fan. Oh Lord. I told you, maybe I just love Florida State so much. I don't even like FAMU because they share the same colors as Miami. I never liked FAMU. I swear I never did. I never even went over there. Because once I realized when Coach Odell taught me the real deal hatred between Miami and Florida, I don't like nothing that's orange and green. I don't like nothing that's blue and orange. I can't do it. So once I seen FAMU colors was green and orange, I said, you on Miami side. So I can't even do it. So I will never become a FAMU fan. We need to look good, open the game to set the tone. I'm telling y'all, this first game will tell you everything you need to know about this season. What Yanni said, you can't crumble versus Bama. Because if you go out there and crumble like you did against Georgia Tech, I'm telling you, people won't even make it to the end of the season. Because if I'm Coach Norvell, I'm cutting people. If you ain't, look, I'm giving you to, like, say they do play around game one. I'm cutting people. You're not playing no more. So you're going to lose. You're going to get bumped down in the rotation. Somebody's going to be ready to play. Because going through an offseason like this, I guarantee you somebody's ready to play. Like I said, look, every position is up for grabs in spring, except Daryl's. I mean, Shy probably got his position locked in. Everybody else, man, I mean, you're not safe. Not safe. So, and that's how it should be. But they'll say, how's the attitude during tour duty? I ain't gonna lie. It's what I expected. They know it's hard, but they love it. They love the mindset it brings. They love what it's bringing, and especially they know what it's for. When you're doing tour duty, and you know what it's for, you're gonna get everything out of it. I promise you, you will. So by the looks at all the interviews and what I've been hearing from them, what they've been telling me, what I've been seeing, I can. That's why I said earlier in one of my say one of my little tags. I think they really understand the standard. I don't think, but I said the same thing last year, y'all. I said the same thing last year, but I didn't see spring practice. I was just going off of what straight off of Twitter and what Nick Saban said. But like I said, I'm locked in with FSU Twitter now. I'm doing my research. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at everything in depth. It's looking good right now. But like I said, only spring will tell. Only spring will tell. All right, so we got some barbershop talk. I don't know if y'all follow women's basketball or Florida State's women's basketball, but she's the point guard, I think. But Tanaya Lott-Smith, she's having a historic season. She's the first junior to reach 2,000 points, second FSU player to reach 2,000 points, and the third ACC player in history to reach 2,000 points. And she's also the leader in free throws made. So season's not over yet, but I mean, hey, she might run around with another record. So, but yeah, she's definitely doing her thing. I seen that today. So uh, that's a good sign. I haven't seen nothing from women's basketball other than the coach, but it's good to see that we getting a little buzz. They said she looking better than Juju and Paige and all of them. So if they saying that, then hey, that says a lot. I tell you that. But hey, hopefully she keep doing her thing. Do the players seem like a we or a me team this season? Rhino, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I told y'all I made this podcast to keep it real. Because when they gave me the podcast when I was at the school, there was some things that I couldn't say, and there were some things that I could say. I'm gonna tell you right now. This looks like a we team. It does look like a we team. But these answers cannot be final until during or after spring practice. But based off of what I've been seeing from when transfers got in to when the coaches got in, the whole process through the transfer portal, tour duty. I mean, the guys look locked in, man. It's when you see the guys together outside of the facility, that says a lot. When you see one, you see five of them. You see two, you see eight. That's how it's supposed to be. So, that's what I'm seeing. And then shoot, man, they embrace their OGs like me. I can literally sit there and have a conversation with them. And I'm picking up game, they picking up game for me. It's the same thing. So when you can do that, I'm telling you, there's nothing that I don't think there's nothing that can stop you from growing when you got a team like that. But what it looks like right now, man, right now it looks like a we team. But see, that's crazy though, Reynolds. I didn't know that. She's been killing it since her freshman year. I truly did not know that. I didn't hear about her until this year. But it looks like she gonna get drafted, huh, Reynolds? I would say so. I definitely would say so, especially if she, putting up numbers like this. I'm telling you, they said her numbers are better than Juju, the girl from USC, girl from UConn. And these are top of the line. Even the LSU girl, shoot. But Dale said, do you think FSU will line up with 266 receivers? Man, look, I can't. I would hate to say what I think they'll do because I'm always think what I would do. Yes, I think they would because I would. There's no way. There's no way you can have all these big receivers and have them on the sideline, man. I'll have them all. Every receiver would be a big receiver except one, and I need a playmaker receiver, Jalen Lucas, or quick twitchy guy, the track guy right now who's doing this thing, Micah Danzy. Put him out there in space. Put a little playmaker out there to make space. But other than that, put Deuce Robinson on the field. Put the 6'6" tight end out there on the field who love to block. He can catch a pass. Man, yeah. They'll be crazy if they didn't. But then again, I can't say that because, I'm not the coach. But, man, look, Dale, I'm pretty sure you would too. I tell you that. But they had I don't know much people care about this, but shit. Oh, it doesn't have the history. What you mean by that, OG Rhino? She doesn't get the hype because FSU women's basketball doesn't have the history. So we never really had no good women basketball player that came out of Florida State. Wasn't the coach a player here at the time? And she was like killing it? Was it Sue or something? I know it was Coach Sue, wasn't it? But yeah, Embiid out for the season. He just need to go ahead and get healthy. I mean, he already taken the Sixers money, so he just need to go ahead and get healthy, man. If you didn't see this coming, you're blind. That boy his knee has been through everything. So I'm surprised that he didn't do this earlier. I wouldn't even try to play a game. Well, actually, I did play through a torn rotator cuff, so I probably would have been doing the same thing Joel Embiid doing, but yeah. But Paul George said he want to take the Sixers to a playoff run. They're looking horrible right now. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Sixers are looking horrible. But he said he's going to end his podcast and said that he's going to focus on getting into a playoff run. And I'm going to tell you this. When he said that, he put his legacy on the line. His legacy has almost been tarnished, since he left the Pacers. He never really did much other than maybe the Thunder. You could say that. But if he can't lead this team to a playoff, if he can't get his numbers right for the rest of the season, we can go ahead and consider Paul George washed. Like, officially. Like, he's now considered like a Lay's bag of chips. Like, he's just washed up, man. Nobody wants him. But, hey, if he does take him to a playoff run, he's still considered a valuable piece. But other than that, look, that's it. Oh, recent tournament success. Yeah, that's true, Rhinos. Are they even making the tournament this year? Do you know, Rhinos? I don't know, personally. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this, but Gary Popovich suffered a stroke in November and will not be coaching again this year. Some people believe that he will retire, probably never coach again. I don't blame him. I mean, I'm the guy who's kind of a hypocrite. Because I must say, man, you really don't have nothing else to prove. But then again, you can tell me that. But if I still got the love for it, I'm going to do it. Like Coach Odell. I used to tell Coach Odell, man, you really don't have nothing else to prove, man. You're good. Your family's set. You got all these guys in the NFL. You're a legend in Tallahassee. I mean, you have literally nothing else to prove. But some people just got that love for it and just going to keep on doing it. So I don't know if Greg Popovich sounds like that type of guy, but I respect this. I respect his decision no matter what he does. I believe he has nothing else to prove. So if he's going to retire, then retire. I mean, he deserves every flower there is. I mean, he's one of the greatest basketball coaches to do it. I mean, his name is up there for sure. But if he decides to come back and coach, I mean, you have nothing to. You can never question his love for the game. I tell you that. You can never question his love for the game. But Tyreek Hill and Noah Lyles, he's an Olympian. I think it was the 60 meter or 100 meter, but gold medalist. They agreed to race each other. Who do you have? I really wanted Christian's opinion on this, but personally, now as y'all know, I was with Miami, and I seen Tyreek run at full speed. At 60 meter, I got Tyreek Hill. 100 meter, I'll give it to Noah Lyles, but it'll have to be a photo finish. Because Tyreek Hill is quick and fast. Fast get off, and he's just fast. So I feel like 60 meters, he could grab Noah Lyles for sure. But 100 meters, I feel like Noah could catch up, especially with that legs and that stride. See, Ronald said, I got to put it on. Ronald said he'll take the track guy. Me personally, I don't know, man. Y'all don't know how fast, man. Y'all know how fast Tyreek is. Come on now. I'll say if it's 60 meter, Tyreek did track too, but I would say if it's 60 meter, I got Tyreek Hill. If it's 100 meter, yeah, man, Noah Lyles, man, he definitely gonna grab that for sure. Because like you said, the track guy, he knows how to run, and it's a longer distance. So yeah. I'm gonna have it scrolling at the bottom, but there's this sports platform that received a lot of backlash. I mean, it wasn't crazy backlash, but a lot of people didn't agree with it. They had rated their top quarterbacks of all time, with their number one quarterback being Tom Brady, number two Pat Mahomes, three Peyton Manning, four Joe Montana, five Aaron Rodgers, six Dan Marino, seven Drew Brees, eight Brett Favre, nine Steve Young, with 10 Ben Roethlisberger. If we're talking all time, I love Big Ben and everything what he did with the Steelers, but you can take him off the list. Steve Young, y'all probably know more about Steve Young than me. But if that's the quarterback that was with Jerry Rice, then I'm pretty sure Jerry Rice made him look good. So me being young, that's probably showing my age. I'll take Steve Young out. And we'll put Lamar Jackson in here. And who else are we missing in this quarterback? Tom Brady. I like the first three already. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Ben should be in here. Drew Brees, can we put him in Joe Montana's spot, or is that pushing it? I'll say Drew Brees is better than Aaron Rodgers. Right? Yeah, let's switch Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. Dan Marino, I can't say nothing because I was just with Miami, but we can move him down a little bit. We can move him down a little bit, just a little bit. But I can see why a lot of people disagree because I haven't agreed with this list yet. Other than the top three, top three is pretty decent. Peyton Manning, I don't know who else you'll put at three. He said, "Don't tell Christian I said it." That's why I said Christian would love this list, but man, Big Ben don't deserve to be on here. But don't worry, next episode I'll tell him about this one. Don't tell. But let's go ahead and keep it moving. Let's see, Jarvis. I don't know if y'all seen that fight, but Javante got his first draw. A lot of people disagree with it. I've seen the highlights of it. I think Javante should have won that, and I'm not a fan. I'm not trying to fanboy, but uh, I don't see how. I don't unless y'all can say something or tell me in the comments after whenever y'all see this video. But I don't believe that Javante Davis was. I don't think that should have been a draw. I think he should have came out with that one. that's probably the best opponent he done had that, took him to the edge like that, took it all the way to the end. I'll give him that. But I still think, Javante still stuck that one out. But, I'm not a judge. That wasn't my scorecard. So, hey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't even fight. Shoot. That's what I'm saying. That was his best opponent that he ever won against. So, well, it probably wasn't, but I mean, took him all the way to the end. I mean, shoot, man. The fact that people had to even think about who's the winner, like it wasn't usually in most of his fights, we already know who the clear winner is, but shoot, man. This caught everybody by surprise. It caught me by surprise. But that says a lot about Roach, though. That says a lot about him. And I do expect it to be another match. But definitely going to be a bigger stage, a lot more eyes on this one. So we talked about this earlier, but they said Will Howard had the worst quarterback performance in NFL combine history. I want to know, was it that bad? We seen it. I seen it. Yeah, I already seen his performance, but I want to know, did y'all think it was that bad? He should have got a point deducted for taking a knee. Yeah, but I said they said in the rules you could do that and it won't cost you a point. Somebody posted that unless it was fake, but somebody posted and said like that's part of the rules. Like you can take a knee, and to put it in football terms, it's like a timeout, like a quick timeout, I guess. Like when your helmet come off, you got to run off the field real quick, come back, But hey, if you are supposed to get a point deducted, then I guess he got away with that one. But I don't know, y'all. I don't think Will Howard did that bad. And I mean, he has some horrible throws now, but they acted like every pass was bad, and that proves to you what I said earlier. I don't think people are going to start. There's going to be less and less people competing at this combine because one, the lights are too bright for them. Two, like I told y'all earlier about the situation with our DB getting arrested. Your mistakes are put on blast just as big as your accomplishment. The people don't forgot this man was a national champion. Now we just know him as, man, this dude sucks. Like what Rhino just said. He just said Will Howard is mid. We clearly forgot that he just led this team to a national championship. But that goes to show you, man, people are gonna start. I'm telling you, people are gonna start doing this combine. They're gonna start waiting to pro day. Like Will probably like, dang, I should have waited till I went to Ohio State with my own receivers. People I know, I know when they're gonna do this, and it's all about that connection. You already got that connection, so he probably now don't say I didn't say nothing, but I mean, I'm pretty sure on this pro day he's gonna look way better. And he's gonna be like, dang, I should have did this from the jump. Why you think Cam Ward and Shador? Them boys waiting until pro day. They not finna be messing around with these receivers that they ain't got no connection with. You're crazy. They finna do it with the receivers that they've been playing with for the past 2 years, 3 years. Yeah. But like I said, that's gonna be with everybody. Other than what, linemen. I think linemen's still gonna be testing, of course, linebackers. But other than that, man, all the pretty positions, they probably gonna want to do it at pro day on the field that they used to, and all that type of stuff. But this one's going to surprise y'all too. Most NFL teams have North Carolina's running back Omarion Hampton is the running back number 1 in this year's draft over Ashton Genty and Scatbo from Arizona State. Do you agree with this? Now, like I said, since Florida State is in the ACC right now, I could care less about any ACC team. So I haven't been watching any of North Carolina games. But I have been watching Ashton Genty and Scatbo. And those are some great running backs right there. So if most NFL teams are saying that this UNC running back is better than them, that says a lot. That says a lot. So I might go watch his tape after this. But do I care enough about North Carolina and seeing that ugly blue? I probably don't. So I mean, I'll probably watch his combine highlights. But I probably wouldn't watch. I don't feel like watching no North Carolina football highlights. Come on, man. Let's be real, man. But I wanted to ask y'all this, and I'm gonna answer it too because I was kind of intrigued by this too. Is it more important to have an elite quarterback or an elite defense in college football? Because me personally, I think with an elite defense, you can have the worst quarterback in America. But if you have one of the best defenses in America, I think that evens it out pretty well for me. Because I just my offense. If I have a great defense, I promise you, all I need my quarterback to do is throw a slant, throw a curl, throw a bomb. That's it. I don't need you to do no change. Just I'm gonna tell you beforehand. I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna like throw a slant. This play, throw it to the slant. If the dude back up and he right there, throw it there. If it's not there, just run. I don't need you to do nothing special, nothing crazy. But what was you right now? The defense. Yeah. You right there with me there. You right there with me. But I don't know if y'all seen it. Mortal Kombat 2. I guess there ain't enough Mortal Kombat fans out here in this world these days, but they got the second one dropping on October 24th. I don't know about y'all. I can't wait for it, man. I've been a Mortal Kombat fan since I was a kid. Maybe because that's what they was playing. That was the game they was playing around me. That was the first fighting game. I didn't know about nothing about no Street Fighter. I didn't know about Dragon Ball Z. I didn't know about none of these fighting games. First fighting game I knew about was Mortal Kombat. So so it was music to my ears when I seen this or heard this. So it should be interesting. And Braun and Luca just looking dangerous. They started to question it at first, but it's looking like they're getting more lethal every game. Like it's like they're getting more powers every game. Like their connections are getting stronger and stronger. But that's gonna be scary though. It's gonna be scary because I feel like LeBron might get his fifth ring. He just might. Nick Saban won a lot of chips without an elite quarterback. There goes my point right there. Well, you're right. Because I was say he did have some elite quarterbacks sometimes, but then sometimes he didn't. Because that's what I'm saying, man. As long as you're defense, and that's what I told y'all earlier, man. We have one of the best defense. First of all, running a 3 front, your nose tackle has to be the best player on the defense, or at least one of them. And we got a 6'6", 6'7", 335-pound defensive tackle who's considered one of the best pass rushers and run stoppers in this country. There's no reason why we shouldn't. And now, put it like this. I don't know what y'all consider a fail, but I would say that we failed the mission if we don't get back to the ACC championship. If we don't get back to the ACC championship, we failed the mission. But I'm pretty sure they know that. We know that. And that's the path that's in front of us. We got to get back to that ACC championship and take back what's ours and get back to where we were supposed to be and go get us a championship. So y'all can say 9 wins, 10 wins, yeah, whatever. If we don't get that ACC championship, man, We failed. We can play in the best bowl game. We don't get the ACC championship. I'm gonna say it again. We failed. And I'll say that too. While I was there, team wise, hey, we failed the mission team wise. Yeah, we played in some great bowl games, gave us some great things, but we failed the mission. We didn't get no ACC championship. We might have paved the way for it, but we didn't get one. We failed the mission, but I'll tell you one thing: we fought. We fought. Yeah, I don't know if that I don't know, man. You can't. They flopped with the first one. It was good, but it wasn't what it was supposed to be. But I think they're gonna get it right this time, right? I think they will. State championship, ACC championship, ACC. I don't. Coach Odell really taught me this. He said, "Man, the state championship really don't. It means something, but it doesn't because it's really the standard. We shouldn't even be losing to these teams. We shouldn't even be losing it to Miami. We shouldn't be losing to Florida. I mean, that should be the standard to be getting the state championship. Like Coach Odell was always the one who humbled us. Like, you shouldn't get so happy, beating a team like this. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. That's what Coach Odell always told us. You're supposed to do that. Even when going against somebody who's not, up to par, and you beat him and you get happy. And he'll go in the film room, he look at you, and say, "You're supposed to do that." Like I don't be happy. I mean, of course, it's be happy about your accomplishments, but at the same time, that's what I say. I took that into life. Shoot, somebody hold a door open for somebody, they want to thank you. I mean, of course, you get a thank you, but at the same time, you want to brag about it. But that's something you're supposed to do. I mean, you don't get no pat on the back. You take out the trash because it's full. And you want to brag on it. I mean, that's something you're supposed to do. That's something you're supposed to do. So at the end of the day, yeah, ACC championship for sure. My mother, hey mother, hey mom. Along with the D line, your dad said you have a beast linebacker too. I don't know if you mean the Storm or Florida State, but you're right about both. I'll tell you that. You're definitely right about both. Like I said, we just need Omar to come through for Florida State. The Memphis linebacker, I can't believe I forgot his name. And then for my team right now, shoot, we got a guy right now. I call him Terminator. Man, one of the biggest. He's all muscle. One of them. You know what I mean? So head busting. So we should be good. How many side games next season? Okay, so we got and I'm gonna be real with you. We shouldn't have many side games this year. Okay. 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 Mm, Stanford, just because we never. That's not. That's not normal here in Florida State versus Stanford. So if we win, I'll just grab turf just because I want to. We haven't played them, so I would put Stanford as a side game. Clemson a side game, and if you want NC State, but it should be 2 to 3 side games this year. There should be no other game where we will be considered the underdog. There's no way. There's no way. Or maybe, people could say I'm biased, but there's no way I can see us being the underdog to. I mean, Alabama, they come to us. That can't be a side game, but East Texas A&M, no way. Kent State, no way. Virginia, no way. Miami Hurricanes, there's no way we're going to be an underdog to no Miami Hurricanes. Pittsburgh, I don't mid. Stanford, like I said, that's only a side game because we hardly play them, if we ever did. Wake Forest, no. Clemson, that's a side game. Virginia Tech, no. NC State, maybe. Florida, no. So, like I said, 2 side games, we're good. Oh, for Florida State, yeah. Now, for Florida State, you got, with a 3-5, you got 5 linebackers now. So your outside linebackers are more your DNs. And I think that'll be more a crucial position. But when they got their guy from Nebraska, because these guys got to be able to pass rush and cover. You got to have about 2 guys to do that. So they got one from Nebraska and they grabbed another guy. It looks like he can handle that. But that's something that you're going to have to see in spring for sure. Because, yeah, you can go off the measurables and what they know. They know it all. And, I mean, the measurables, they look like those are the type of guys for this defense. But when we get to spring, we'll see how it fits, especially seeing how they move and seeing how they, handle the responsibility of rushing the passer and then again having to stop, your train of thought of rushing the passer to dropping back in coverage. It's just harder than what it seems. So we'll see who gets to it. Appreciate you, OG Rhinos. He always coming through with it. But yeah, we're about to end it right now, man. Shoot, appreciate everybody who tuned in for episode 41 of In The Coop Podcast. Is always amazing. Being here with you all is game week. Like I said on Saturday, if you follow us on the social medias, I'm pretty sure when y'all watch the replays, you'll see it at the bottom. But hit us up on one of those, man. You'll see the updates and get to see Big Coop in action again. But like I said, we're aiming to go every Monday, so we're going to put that out and update all the social medias, and you'll see Christian on. But if you don't see us Monday, you will see us Monday, but we're going to see if we can throw 2 in there, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. So, yeah, other than that, hey, we'll see y'all maybe sometime again this week. But if not, you can come watch me ball out on Saturday. But it's free, so you don't have to pay nothing to watch. So, yes, that's all, though. So, appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see y'all sometime this week or next Monday for sure. But other than that, we're out of here.